Finally, I have a Navi 2 GPU with me, and I'm lucky that I have got one of the rare AIB cards in the market. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Budware YouTube channel. This is TD, your host, and today I have this SAPPHIRE Nitro Plus RX 6800 XT graphics card to have a first look. But before, let's roll the intro. I know I was not the lucky person to buy this graphics card when it was launched in New Zealand. I rather bought it from someone who didn't need it anymore. So in this video, I can't really give you the first unboxing experience because it's not. But together we'll have a first look of this graphics card because I haven't opened it yet. Later, I will follow up with my own review on this GPU. This is SAPPHIRE Nitro Plus AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT 16GB graphics card here. It's part of recent AMD Navi 2 Radeon lineup, launched to compete against NVIDIA's RTX 30 series of graphics card. Coming back to the GPU on my hand, before I open it, let me be clear. After coming from MSI RTX 3080 SupremeX Edition, ASUS Strix 3070, this card feels lighter. It's much lighter than the rest. Let's change the angle and let's start with the packaging here. In front of the package we have a big SAPPHIRE Nitro Plus branding going on here, as well as AMD's branding, which is typical. Clearly, being a special edition, SAPPHIRE is showing it with their RGB sticker to tell us that it has pre-installed addressable RGB fans, so you can expect a lot of RGB is going on this special edition. Unsure what this fat HDMI sticker is for. Having this sticker, it's quite bizarre. Seems like SAPPHIRE had to fill their front of packaging with it. But anyways, this GPU supports PCIe Gen 4 and has got 16GB of GDDR6 memory, and must say much more than what NVIDIA is giving you on the same price point. This GPU supports 4K gaming, as you can expect. On the sides, we have got just normal Nitro and AMD Radeon branding. On this side as well, we have got Nitro Plus and AMD Radeon branding. Nothing special on bottom apart from SAPPHIRE branding here. On this side as well, we have got SAPPHIRE and AMD Radeon branding going on. At the back side of this package, we don't see much apart from the standard RDNA 2 architecture features. On features here, this AMD Radeon RX 6800 GPU is part of AMD's RDNA 2 architecture on their 7nm fabrication process. Has built-in hardware ray tracing and other Radeon features like image sharpening, anti-lag. A special mention needs to be here, that is, SAPPHIRE recommends to use 850W PSU with this GPU. Personally, instead of a paragraph write-up, I would have liked more of SAPPHIRE features in here that I will discuss later. But for now, let's open the box. This is the standard SAPPHIRE's packaging I remember from going back a couple of generations. We have a nice foam packaging here, and what we have here is a couple of leaflets that SAPPHIRE provides, talks about their representative, and this is their quick installation guide. Below we have our Navi 2 GPU, the SAPPHIRE Nitro Plus Radeon RX 6800 XT. On all Radeon cards I have owned since 2008, this is surely the largest of them all. I will put the rest of the things aside and we'll take a look at this graphics card. So there you have it. This is our SAPPHIRE Nitro Plus RX 6800 XT. This is our GPU, top side of this graphics card. Hope you can see it clearly. This is the back side or the bottom side. These are our sides. And finally, our I/O ports. Let's talk through some of the features. On this GPU, SAPPHIRE has done some really new additions on their overall design, and it is part of their 3 categories of feature sets, segregating them by calling them their cool tech, their DNA, and plus features. Cooling tech side, in this generation SAPPHIRE has came up with new wave-fin heatsink design that they say works well with their new V-shaped GPU heatsink, cooling the GPU die efficiently. So what happens here is the heatsink above the GPU has a V-like design in this area that they say helps directly flow the air above the die with the help of this fan, while their new wave fin design on the rest of the heatsink modulates the air turbulence, helping generate less noise. SAPPHIRE has added new K6.5 memory pad to transfer the heat more efficiently. Seems like it's a new generation of thermal pad that SAPPHIRE is using. SAPPHIRE has also added new axial tech fans to help generate strong air pressure, and these are here all RGB. These fans are quick connect. That means one of the unique features I liked was if by any chance your fans or one of the fans are not spinning properly, you can just unscrew 2 screws here and pull it out, ask SAPPHIRE for replacement, and once you get it, you just screw them in. These 2 fans are actually rotating on anti-clockwise. The middle one is rotating on clockwise direction. The side fans are a little bigger, but the middle fan is a little smaller. Also, the new design has dedicated memory and VRM heatsink to help with the heat too. Now, coming back to their DNA, or the SAPPHIRE DNA they call it, SAPPHIRE has added a metal backplate for better heat transfer. Next up is SAPPHIRE's unique take on quick connect fan that I just explained, right? This is part of their DNA. Dual bias is SAPPHIRE's staple feature since couple of generations, and it's not exception here on this card. Looking at the design of this SAPPHIRE graphics card, I really quite like it. It has got this silver accent on their edges or on their wraparound sides on top and bottom, but other area is actually black, so it really blends nicely with any of the build that you can plan of. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to understand what this shroud is made of. Seems like it's a metal. This area probably is plastic. Don't count on me, but seems like it's plastic. The back plate, this is also metal. It's part of their DNA. We have got Radeon branding going on in the backplate as well as SAPPHIRE Nitro branding. There are a lot of vents I can see in the heatsink on multiple areas throughout it, as well as we have this hole to help pass through the hot air to your case so that it can dissipate more efficiently. So that's all is going on here. Wow, nice. SAPPHIRE is also putting the warranty void sticker. Coming to the top, the first thing that you notice is their bias switch. The unique about this bias switch is it has got 3 modes. The rightmost toggle is for the performance mode, which is their default. The left to it or the middle one is for the silent mode, where the fans will be spinning slowly, and the leftmost mode on this bias switch is for the software toggle switch. That means if you put it in this toggle, what will happen is once you install SAPPHIRE's Tricks software, you can actually switch your performance and quiet mode on that software. That means you can control your graphics card's BIOS modes from the software directly. You need not open the case to change between silent mode or performance mode. It's so easy. SAPPHIRE has made switching BIOS so easy on their software. Apart from it, SAPPHIRE has implemented a diffuser in this line. That means it will be lighting up with RGB as well. On the power side, SAPPHIRE is taking 2 8-pin power. Seems like 2 8-pin power should be enough. We have got another diffusing layer here. I believe that's where the SAPPHIRE RGB logo will lit up. And then we have this Radeon branding going on here. Let's do the peel. Nice. I believe there is one more. Based on the gap on the top, we can see there is a dedicated heat pipe to cool the memory and the VRM. In total, we have got 6 heat pipes here. If you look at this angle, you can see there are 5 heat pipes. The heat pipes are coming from the GPU die directly, 5 here and 6 on this side. The unique heatsink fin design that Sapphire came up with. By looking at the heatsink, I can tell that the heatsink fins are not dense, and hence why it's a bit lighter. Let's check the weight of this graphics card. Nice. Seems like this graphics card weighs 1.242 gram. That is 1 kg 243 grams. Not too much, not too less. This won't create any extra GPU sag. And now let's check the dimensions of this graphics card. The length of this graphics card is 31.2 at the max. Width wise, it's around 5.5 centimeter. The height of this graphics card is 13.5 centimeter. So that was our dimensions of this graphics card. So consider it when you are building your system in case you are restrictive with your case. On the bottom side of this graphics card, we see the serial number and the basic details of this GPU. But apart from it, we don't see anything else going on. There are a lot of gaps in the shroud, so you can expect the hot air to be blown from this area, same as on the bottom, on the sides as well as on this back area, as well as on the I/O plate. Now coming to the I/O, we have got a USB Type-C. I'm glad that Sapphire went with it. We have 2 DisplayPort 1.4a as well as HDMI 2.1. Again, all this DisplayPort and HDMI port also supports DSC, so that it can support 4K at 60 Hz. Especially HDMI 2.1 has bandwidth limitation, but with DSC supported display, you can easily get 4K at 60 Hz on this display. Now coming back to the back plate again, I can tell you we have got this Sapphire logo diffused layer, so that will be again lit up with RGB. One more special mention has to be Sapphire's implementation of their addressable RGB. Sapphire has this unique take on their RGB solution where they have got this 3-pin addressable RGB header. What you can do is, whatever motherboard you choose, if it has ARGB 3-pin connector, then you can connect this graphics card and you can control the RGB of this area of your back plate, the diffusion layer of the top plate, the Sapphire ARGB logo, as well as the fans. Now if you have a vertical system or if you have vertical mount for your GPU, this will really look nice because you can control a lot of effects being an addressable RGB. So there you go guys, that was our first look of this graphics card. Now let's put it in the system so that you can see the RGB LED effects, and stay tuned for my full review that will be coming soon. Nice. We have got the RGB strip going on here. We have a subtle Sapphire RGB logo here. The fans are RGB as well as the back plate here. I have been running the Furmark benchmark just to see how hot the GPU gets. If you look at my screen right now, you can see the GPU is hovering between 69 degree to 70 degree temperature. The hot spot of the GPU is almost touching 90 degree. So I believe this is the new metric on the hottest area of the GPU, where GPU-Z is considering that. On the core clock side, the graphics card is easily maintaining higher than the stock. It's hovering between 2250 and at times I did saw 2360 megahertz. If you look at the hardware monitor data here, you could see it's actually pulling 290 watts from the power supply, and it did reach 2370 megahertz at times. So that means the Sapphire card can go 2360 and above based on the situation. If it could be little cooler, it could reach the higher core clocks. The memory clock here is what AMD has, which is around 2000. The fan is running on 1350ish to 1400 RPM, and they are only running at 40%. So it's really quiet right now, considering my whole system where the power supply, the FSP power supply, is much more louder than the rest of my components here. There you go guys, this was our first look on this graphics card, Sapphire Nitro AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT. I hope you liked the design, you liked the RGB LED as much as I did. The market is not well right now, and getting one is really tricky at the moment. So hopefully things will become fine soon, but this unboxing experience and this overview video will help you decide what cards you want when you are actually able to buy one. Please like and subscribe to my channel, leave comments down below what you like and what you don't like, and if you have further questions on any of the products, please leave down there. I will try to answer you guys as much as possible. Thanks again, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.